Fine then. And how many of you are very excited to listen how to program your mind today to listen? Almost everyone. Yeah, I've seen in comments, but most of the people are really, really interested in knowing the reprogramming tools, how we can reprogram, and so how many of you want to be successful in your life? Mhm. Okay, great. Lot of members. Okay, fine. There are a lot. Okay, I understood. Are you ready to follow what I'm going to suggest today to change your lives?
Yes,
Definitely,
yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
then. Great. Mhm.
Good.
Fine. So it took me a lot of time for me to understand what exactly I'm going to share today because it was not that much difficult or not that much easy, but it is having its own level to understand and to implement in our lives. Please, everyone, mute yourself. Whenever I ask any question, unmute and then after that, immediately mute yourself. Otherwise, I'll get disturbed. Okay, good. So I'll be taking the attendance by the end. So stay in the class. And the people whoever attend the class till the end, those who are name is there in that list, those people only will get the recording. And for this video, I'll be adding the subscription. Okay, so you will be not getting for free. And it is going to have a lot of psychology related things which are going to be useful for everyone to change their lives. No matter what your problem is, today you are going to get the solution and you'll get the path. Okay, you'll get the solution and path how you can change your life in different ways, and I'll be showing it today practically. Okay, so just have that patience, and if you are having any internet issues, and I'll connect with other mobiles and devices and then stay connected till the end. And I don't know how much time it is going to take, but mostly less than 1 hour only, and I'll be covering most of the things. If in case something I'm explaining in detail, then just have patience. Okay, and whatever I'm going to explain is for you only. I already started implementing everything in my life and I could see a lot of changes in every area of my life. Okay. And that kind of tools and the knowledge, whatever I gained, I'm going to give it to you today. And if you utilize it well, if you keep it in mind and if you apply in your day to day life, what I'm going to share, your life will never be the same again. Remember this one line. And then let's start then. Okay. So we have good number. Let's see how many people will stay till the end. But don't get any confusion till the end of the slide. Have a patience. Okay, I'll be covering almost everything and I'll give in detailed understanding of each and every line. After this presentation you can go and explain, and you can also become a psychologist to someone else. Okay, like that I'll be explaining today. And in the beginning some of the things I'll be not covering and some things will be coming later part. Like that there will be some kind of misconnected links will be there. So you need to have patience till the end, then you will get complete picture what exactly I'm going to share today. Okay, so before that, let me scan how many people who are all joined. Some people are not sitting properly. Sit properly. Okay, you are in a professional community and I'm recording you. So just be mindful of how you're sitting. Okay, great. Let's start then session. Yeah, let me adjust your videos. Okay, what is this?
Beautiful.
House.
House. House.
Some
Home.
people have the
Home.
dream of
House.
building a
Home.
house.
TV design of house.
Home.
How many people have a dream that they
Ev-
want to build?
Everyone has dream.
I have dreams. I have dreams.
A lot of people.
Everyone first dream is house, building a
Everyone.
house.
Great. Okay. So then let me ask you one question. What you're seeing here, and but what exactly you can't see here? but it is also part of that. But because of that only now this particular thing we can see on top of the
Sir,
surface.
Foundation.
we, sir, we can see only outside of the home, sir. We can't see inside of anything else like that. What are there inside? We can't see, sir.
Okay,
It is
so
only
it
outside
is
of
also
the.
great. Other perception. Somebody also mentioned something.
Yeah,
Foundation.
we not see the foundation, sir.
Because of
Foundation.
that only the home is built.
So the main thing is we need a foundation for the house to just to stay afloat on the surface. Otherwise, it is going to get a lot of disturbances and it will collapse if we don't have a proper basement or the foundation which is needed for the house. Do you agree with that?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We
Yes,
agree.
sir. Yes,
The
sir. Yes,
way
sir.
for the home,
Yes,
the
sir.
basement is needed. Okay, the way based on top of only everything is constructed. I have explained one concept in previous psychology session that I mentioned one triangle called human triangle. Did you remember that, guys?
Thoughts, feeling, behavior.
Sure.
So this
Hmm.
is the human
Yes.
psychology triangle. Okay, this is the human psychology triangle. This triangle involves thoughts, feelings, and behavior. So whatever the thoughts you are now having in your day-to-day life, all the thoughts, positive, negative, every thought, whatever you have, and associated with the feelings, whatever the feelings which you are associated with that thought, and the actions. These three are interlinked. One will affect the other, and other will affect the other thing. Like that, they are all interlinked and will have a interconnection between among them. And these three things we call it as a psychology basics, where these three are very important to understand the basic psychology of human mind. But as I have shown the image first, the building represent these three things like a triangle. But what exactly the basement of these three things, can anybody guess?
Thoughts,
Apart from these three things, okay.
Plan. Plan.
Brain.
blueprint.
Yes, something.
Brain.
There is nothing wrong in it guessing something. Okay, you can
Plan,
guess.
sir. We have a perfect plan, sir.
No, but
Proper plan.
unconscious mind.
Daily, daily routine. Self-control.
Okay, fine then. So you're not getting that. And it is beliefs. Okay, so the beliefs is the fundamental structure, the foundation of the thoughts and behaviors and actions. And if your beliefs, based on the beliefs only, your thoughts will be dependent, and your thoughts will have the impact on the feelings, and your feelings have the connection with the behavior and actions, whatever you take. So the fundamental software, the fundamental foundation of our life is the belief system. And if you have the right belief system, we'll get the right thoughts, and that impact the feeling, and that impact the action. But if you have a wrong belief systems, that is going to impact wrong beliefs. There are a lot of things which are going to happen in our lives which may not get what we want. So the belief systems are the fundamental in our lives. And as I said, our belief systems were developed when, in the previous presentation,
Childhood. In
In
mother's
Yes,
in
sir.
womb.
mother's womb,
In
and
mother's
after that
In
womb. In
mother's
mother's
womb.
womb.
in mother's womb, and then when we come out also, there initially first 7 years the brain was completely programmed by the surrounding people. And that's where our most of the belief systems were programmed in us. And that's how I have explained so far. And here the fundamental for everything is the belief system. And half of almost every belief system was programmed knowingly or unknowingly, you are not even aware of, because as I said, the subconscious mind was you are not aware of. And at that time only your brain was programmed with that belief system. And I will tell you what that belief systems and all everything we'll be discussing now. Let's start then. So generally, as I mentioned, your mind is divided into two types. What is the first type?
Conscious mind and
Conscious
Yes,
subconscious.
I'm
mind.
subconscious.
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 And subconscious mind. So the conscious mind is only responsible for 5% in your day-to-day activities. 5%, and remaining 95% of your activities were completely controlled by your subconscious mind.
Subconscious mind.
Your activities, your behaviors, habits, and everyday day-to-day task, everything, most of the tasks were completely controlled by your subconscious mind. Only few things, whatever the decisions you take, whatever the maths problems you solve, some of the basic activities, that most of the time 1% to 5% in a day, only your conscious mind works, and remaining most of the time your subconscious mind works. And as I said in the previous presentation, per second, how many bytes or how many nerves involves in subconscious mind and how many nerves involves in subconscious mind?
40
40
million
nerves.
cells.
40 in conscious,
Conscious
40
mind have
billion.
only 40 nerve cells.
One
Okay.
second.
And whereas subconscious
In
mind 40 million.
more
40
than
million.
So as we can
40
see,
million.
1 million times more powerful the subconscious mind than conscious mind. So here, most of our life, day-to-day life, we wanted to live up to certain level. Like we wanted to wake up early morning, we wanted to start our day productively and completely use our day in a very full good way and doing all the good habits and completing our day and trying to achieve our dreams and goals. That all the wishes and desires come from your conscious mind. All the wishes and desires, how you want to be, what you want to do, everything comes from your conscious mind. But generally, in general, you wake up and you wanted to wake up at 5 o'clock, but you ended up waking up at 6:30 because that's your habit of waking up almost 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. And that was controlling by your subconscious mind. After waking up, you decided to eat very healthy food, but unfortunately, you ended up taking again junk food and then regretting yourself, why I have taken this. So most of the time, your subconscious mind was programmed by so many negative things. Subconscious mind was not negative mind, but unfortunately your environment and your habits programmed your subconscious mind in most of the time negative way. And because of that, so many times you ended up doing something which you don't want to do, and with that you feel regret. And the moment when you started to feel regret, you feel like, okay, next time onwards I don't want to do, but you again ended up doing the same thing. And how many times you do, you're failing and then feeling that, I think this kind of activity is only for Rakesh sir and only some kind of people like him only do, or maybe great people only can achieve something what they want. And people like us, how many times we try but still we can't do like that. There are some of the people started believing like that also, that in this lifetime I think we can't learn English, we can't speak fluently if we come from a vernacular medium. And there are so many self-limiting beliefs were stored in your subconscious mind, and the entire show was running by your subconscious mind. But imagine you are running the car, you are driving the car, and when you are driving the car, you had known how to drive the car, you started driving it. After some time you realized that you have not even focused on any of the functioning of the car, but you reached your destination. And while driving the car also, you're talking to your person who besides you also. And then after some time you realize that how did you drive, that entire activities were taken care by your subconscious mind. That much powerful it is. But you are actively engaged in speaking with your partner, but you are already started driving the car, and that activity, that habit is stored in your subconscious mind. So see, it doesn't need your attention itself, it doesn't need your focus also, but it will do a lot of things. And that much powerful it is your subconscious mind. Imagine that whatever is there in your conscious mind is matches with the subconscious mind, how your life would be. You wanted to do so many things right with your conscious mind, and the same thing is injected into subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind also became very positive in terms of doing great things, and how your life would be. And you will have your dream life, whatever you wanted to always aspire, that will be injected from your conscious mind to subconscious mind. And you are now conscious mind and subconscious mind both have a similar desires, and they both started engaging in whatever the day activities, and you are able to complete most of the positive activities whatever you wanted to do. And life is set, you will be able to achieve almost every dream in your life. And how that can be done, I will be showing today, and how we can do that in our life, so that we can have our life whatever we dream of every time. And it required a lot of understanding what I'm going to share and implementation, and then your life will never be the same again. And that's what happened to my life. The way when I started my life with that same belief. Previously, I had this very limiting belief or negative belief in my subconscious mind was stored that Telugu medium people cannot speak in English fluently. That was a limiting belief which I had. And with that belief, whenever I want to speak, I could not even speak properly. My conscious mind tells me, Rakesh, you go ahead and speak in English. But my subconscious mind always pull me back. No, you can't do it. And it's not possible for you because you are a Telugu medium student person. But that I rewrote the entire script in my subconscious mind completely. I erased and written the new programming in my mind. And with that reprogram, Not only me started speaking in English, I started helping hundreds of people to achieve their dream of speaking in English. So how it happened and what did I follow in my early age or early years of this journey, and now how I am following in my life now also, how it is helping me, I am going to tell with my lot of examples. Before that, whatever I have explained, conscious mind and subconscious mind, and whatever the great desires and wishes you have in your conscious mind will be matched to your subconscious mind, then your life will be great. But I just want to ask you one question, that do you have any dreams or goals at least in your life?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I
Yes,
have.
sir. Yes,
Ah,
sir.
Yes,
so
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
without that, no
Yes,
use.
sir.
There is no use between conscious mind.
Yes,
But let
sir.
me ask you first one question: that do you have any such kind of dreams or goals in your mind? So there, just be careful that whatever you have in your mind, either a negative dream or a positive dream or a great belief system or negative belief system, the universe is going to give whatever you are, just whatever you are going to ask. So that's why I would say be conscious of what you ask for. Why? Because you are going to get it. Okay. The problem is we are not conscious about what we are asking, and we every time say negative things to us, and the same things only happen in our life. A lot of times people say that when they are preparing for the jobs, there are no jobs. That's why you're not getting the jobs itself. And then when you are saying that you want to just be rich, but you started saying there is no money in my house, then that's what happens in your life. So be conscious of what you ask for, because you are going to get it. And it is so much. I'll be telling today how exactly it happens in the science perspective, neuroscience perspective, and psychology perspective, and universal perspective also. So this is what I just want to tell you, that be conscious of what you ask for, because you are going to get it. And with that, I just want to say that, do you have any dreams and do you have any wishes in your life, so that your subconscious mind also will align with your conscious mind to give? And do you have any mental list, whatever you wanted to achieve in your life within next 5 years or 10 years or 15 years or 20 years, whatever the time duration based on the goal and your aspiration? So there was a time when I decided to change my life. I just did one important thing, is listing down the goals which I wanted to achieve in my life. That was the first thing which I told to my conscious mind. Let's see. Now we are planning to change the life of whatever we have going through. And for that, first let me give you certain things which I want to achieve in my life. So this was a list which I prepared in 2020 on 1st of July. These are the different goals which I wrote for myself. The first one I wrote for myself when I was in my BTech third year, when I was having BTech third year second semester. I want to start my career in the college placements. I want to get a job. First and foremost thing is I want to get a job in my college placement. That was the first goal which I have written for myself. And that, at the time, I don't have good communication skills. When I wrote this particular goal, I did not have any particular communication skills. I could not even speak for 2 3 minutes also in English. And then I don't even know how to write the basic programs also. I don't know how to write the programs also. And also I don't have any basic good knowledge in aptitude related things and all. So these are all the obstacles which I had. And from that place to get the job was very big dream at that time for me in the college placements. But I have written that anyhow I want the job, there is no other way. So I wrote that first one, I started working on such things. And then second one is I want to become a fluent in English speaking. And at that time my English was terrible. And then I had a dream to speak very fluent English, and now you can see that. Okay. And then I want to become a good motivational speaker. I was only negative thinker at that time. I was not thinking anything positive in my life, and there was no motivation in my life. But at that time itself I decided that I want to become a motivational speaker, and then I just kept it. I hope I'm motivating some people now. So, but still, my motivation speaking and all in a very huge dreams I have. That is going to, that is like addressing thousands of audience in the auditoriums and webinars. Such kind of dream I have. But where I started coming to negative thinking level, I wrote that I want to become a good motivational speaker. Now I've already become within 5 years down the line, and then good programmer. And as I said, at that time I don't even know how to write a basic program also. And I went on to get a job and then started learning a lot of technical skills, and I also got the best performer award in my in my company. And after working 3 years, and I almost become a very best resource in technical, skills. And then after that, I left the company. And then after that, fifth one, achieving six packs. I almost achieved at the time, but not that much. And still, that is dream yet to be fulfilled. And now I'm working very hard in gym, and soon you'll be getting that also by before my birthday. Okay, and that is something never ending process. I am trying so much hard, but still it is coming and going, coming and going. And that is yet to be fulfilled. And then good meditator to control my subconscious mind. Now most of the things I have control, and I can easily control my emotions and feelings and thoughts, and I will do at effortlessly. I can do most of the things at with free will. I can do so many things. I don't even that much feel very very difficult to wake up early and to do all the habits, or to follow all the good habits, eating healthy food, going to gym, and meditation, and every good habit I do very effortlessly, because now my conscious mind and subconscious mind both are aligned, and they have the good connection among themselves. And I am a very good meditator, and I can do meditation for more than 40-50 minutes also. And then to become a fastest typo. And at that time, I was struggling to do copy paste only. Okay, at the time when I was writing these goals, and I want to type very fast, and I almost achieved around 90 words per minute speed, and that was a very big speed. Okay, very good speed. But now, as I am not that much typing, and again it started reducing, but still I can type very fastly only. And then maintain positive attitude throughout my life. And I think I am the most positive person I've ever known in my life, in real life. I've never met a person who is this much positive than me. So that's why I can see that changes in me. But at that time when I wrote that, literally I was not this kind of person, and there is just only 10% or 5% only whatever I mentioned at that time I was. But after 5 years down the line, I can see where I reached, and I feel so proud of whatever I achieved so far. So I wanted to write 10 goals, but I forgot that I kept the heading itself 10, and I only wrote 8 goals. And then I just stopped there itself. But after me coming here, when I looked back, then I really understood that how much important it is for us to have some goals. Then only we will get to know whether we achieved or not. And that conscious mind will have some kind of impact in some ways to control us in our day to day life. But even though it's just 5%, but this 5% of my conscious efforts, whatever I have wrote here, has really helped me to change my life, and by programming my subconscious mind. I'll tell you how I did now. Okay. I am going to tell now. Okay. So as I said, at that time when I wrote my goals, I wrote that all the goals and wishes with my conscious mind. Then I slowly started asking to myself that, does my subconscious programming support my heart's desire? My heart desire was to get the job and to become a fluent and to become a motivational speaker, to get a lot of positive things in my life. But down the line, inside my heart, my subconscious mind was doubting me by saying, how can you become motivational speaker? How can you become a good communicator? How will you get a job? You don't have anything. Okay, you don't have any skill to become, to achieve any of the listed goals. How are you going to achieve? That was like kind of roadblock. And it's very difficult, right? Where 40 nerve cells, and where 40 million nerve cells, and it is not going to happen. And there I decided to change my life by programming my subconscious mind, because I could see very clearly there is no matching at all between my subconscious desires and my subconscious behaviors and my conscious desires. And there I felt like, now I'm not going to achieve. I may do it one day, that I will be motivating by watching any motivational video, and I start programming, and I start learning how to write the C programming and all, and doing some practice in English and all. But after 3-4 days, I may lose my interest, and I may get back to where I started. This is what it happens with you, right? Every time now you are fully motivated, and then you wanted to do everything, and then you do it for 1-2 days or maybe 1 week max, and after that you stop everything. And then again, after watching one more motivational video, you will again start that, let me start again. And like that you will start and stop and start and stop. Why? Because you are not programming your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind program is not at all supporting in achieving your conscious mind desires. And that's where I realized that, no, I should work on my subconscious mind. That's where my journey started. The moment when I want to change, the first and foremost thing which I did in my life was, the first one which really helped me to change first, to observe my subconscious mind programs was the habit of mindfulness. So generally, what is a mindfulness is nothing but your ability to just focus on your thoughts and feelings and emotions, just observing them, what is happening now present, how your mind is thinking, what are all the thoughts you are getting at this point of time. So these are all the things. When you're aware of that, what thoughts you are getting now, how you are feeling, and how you are behaving. As I said, subconscious mind is all about autopilot mode. You do it, but you don't even have any awareness that why you are doing this. Happens right to you. You open the mobile and you just ended up scrolling, and after that you realize that why you opened and how much time you wasted in the social media, right? Why? Because you are running by your autopilot mode, your subconscious mind. You don't even have any idea how much time you used social media, and you don't even have any idea that how much time you wasted also. Why? Because you are not mindful at all. Just you are mindlessly. That's what I said. Mindless scrolling. You are not even having any idea how much time you wasted. So that's what mindfulness is about. Mindfulness is nothing but paying attention to your thoughts and make every action and decision comes from your wishes and desires, nothing but your conscious mind. So now I want to speak something, but at this point of time I reached to a level where I can speak with my subconscious mind in English. But if I want to use my left hand, I can use it consciously. Now I am using my left hand, and by showing my index finger, this I am doing intentionally. And if I want to use my right hand also, I can do it effortlessly without stucking, without changing my speaking style. How these things are happening? Because I'm mindful of what I'm going to do, how I'm moving my hand gestures, how I am changing my facial expressions. These things and all comes with a mindfulness. But how did I get this mindfulness? Is by every day doing morning and evening. There is a one meditation called guided meditation, Isha Kriya, guided meditation by Sadhguru. And I was literally every morning I was doing and evening, and for 15 minutes by sitting in the temple in my village, I started doing that. And then I started being more and more aware of what my feelings and all like that. I started understanding. So meditation helped me to become more mindful. And for you also, I will tell you how you can implement this mindfulness meditation in your life. Mindfulness first, not meditation. Suppose you are driving the car or driving the bike, or maybe you are washing your clothes, maybe you are washing your utensils in your house. You just mindlessly do that work. And while you are doing that, you will get hundreds of thoughts in your mind that you don't even focus on what you are doing. And you just think about something which other than what you are doing. And in the same way, when you are eating the food also, you don't even focus on the food. You will be just thinking something else, what is going to happen and what has happened in the past or what is going to happen in the future. And there is a very less time you focus in the present moment what you are doing at this point of time. Now also when I'm speaking, your thoughts may be going somewhere else. What is going to be the dinner today, where my mom is, where my sister is, where is my husband. So some kind of thoughts are running in your mind, right? Your mind is getting drifted away from the present moment. But if you can consciously bring it back, that is called mindfulness. You're trying to be in the present moment by bringing it every time, as I said, right? When you're doing a meditation, when I ask you to bring your focus back to breathing, maybe sometimes you drift away to think, okay, what questions Rakesh sir is going to ask. Maybe he's going to check habit report. I did not submit habit report. That thoughts and all run in your mind. And the moment when I ask you that bring your focus back to breathing, then you slowly started focusing on your breathing. That is called mindfulness, being aware of what is happening in your mind and just understanding your thoughts and feelings. Okay. And by doing like this, then you are constantly running, moving yourself from autopilot mode to current state. Okay. And by this, what exactly happens when you're conscious of, generally think of like you're driving the car or bike, and slowly while you're driving, you, as I said, once it become your habit and it become your skill, you don't even focus on how you are driving. There are a lot of negative thoughts in your run in your mind. For every negative thought, if you are a positive, if you are having mindfulness technique or mindfulness skill in you, suppose one negative thought came that I'm going to fail in interview. That one thought came to your mind suddenly, and you're paying focus when you're paying attention to it with your mindfulness. Generally, if you are not mindful, the negative thoughts will come and run like a flow. But when you are mindful, when that suddenly one thought came that I may fail in interview, then you can easily just change, you can spin it to positive. No, I'm not going to fail, I'll clear this interview. So that positive response you are going to give to your every negative thought by being more mindful. When you are being mindful, whenever negative thoughts, where it is coming from, as I said, thoughts and feelings and behaviors are coming from your belief system. all your beliefs are stored in your subconscious mind. In the background, your subconscious mind is playing like a tape recorder every time, all the negative programming only, all the negative things only. But being conscious, being mindful, you can revert, you can just send up negative for every negative response you can give a positive response. With that, it will become a habit for you. Every time this happens to me, whenever I observe myself, suppose if I just somebody tell me something negative for me about anything, then immediately my conscious mind immediately comes into the picture. No, no, that person what he said is not going to happen. And my, this is very good. Somebody told me that, Rakesh, your accent is not good. Okay, your accent is not good, and it is having some kind of mother tongue influence. But there are so many people told me that my accent is so good and it's so clean and everybody can understand my English very easily. The moment when I listened that, immediately my conscious mind, I became very aware. Maybe this person have different expectation from me. That's why he said that. But I'm good with whatever I have. And I started saying immediately positive things. Otherwise, what happens? If that negative thought come, it will create one more negative thought, and it creates a self-doubt in me that I may feel like I'm not that much good enough to teach the people communication skills. So that spinning only happens when you're mindful of what thoughts running in your mind by which you are playing by your subconscious mind. Got it? And there was a research conducted in 2020 at Harvard University that what they found out, right, in your wakeful hours, okay, in your wakeful hours, subconscious mind works 24 hours and your conscious mind works when you're awake. But in that time also, most of the time, what they said was more than half of the time you will be drifting away from your present moment to either future or either the past. And whenever your mind is wandering very frequently to past or to future, that wandering mind, the mind which moves without any purpose, creates unhappiness. That was a conclusion which was, given by the Harvard University researchers or scientists. So think of this is what important it is to get the mindfulness, and that mindfulness comes with a daily practice of meditation. Okay. Yeah. And then the next important which really helped me, this I did not know that I did it with the God's grace. I don't know that this much science is there behind this particular one. I just randomly doing it as I listened somewhere and all, but I don't know the science behind what exactly I did. And when I was doing the research about it, I really was surprised that how did I do these things without even knowing the science, or nobody told me to do these things, just I started doing randomly by feeling inside. And that was really amazing. And what I'm going to share now, this is something which is very, very, very important to program your subconscious mind. As I said in the previous presentation, most of your programs were already downloaded in your mind when you are less than 7 years old. Why? I said there is a one particular brain frequency which is responsible for downloading the programs. What is that brain frequency?
Theta.
Theta.
Theta. Theta,
Theta.
right? Huh. So
Theta.
generally, when you are in mother's womb, your brain was at delta state. Delta state is like a sleepy state. Okay. So I'll tell you just a minute. Mm. So the last one, the below the low frequency is the delta frequency, and just above to the delta is theta, and then alpha, and then beta and gamma. This is how your brain operates between all this range of all the frequencies. When you are in the deep sleep, then your brain operates at the frequency of delta. And then, as I said, when you are a child till you're 7 years, most of the time your brain operates only between delta and theta. And when your brain is operating at the theta level, most of the things, whatever you listen and observe and all, will be completely stored in your subconscious mind. Till your 7 years, your brain was highly super. It is at the super conscious state. It learns everything, whatever it observes. That's why if you see kids, they'll almost imitate everything, whatever you do. They'll immediately do what you are doing. They'll speak the language what you're using, and they'll also perform the actions which you are doing. And you can see if you have a kids around you. Why? Because their brain is operating at the level of theta. So but as we started growing after 7 years and 8 years, we slowly started having the prefrontal cortex developing. Up to that time your prefrontal cortex that much not developed. That's why sometimes they will only behave the way you behave with them. That's it. That's how kids are. And then after that they will get to know what is right and what is wrong, and should I say this word or not. That analysis mind and logical mind will only comes when they go to the next level, next layer. And there their brain started operating at the alpha beta gamma level. And as you grown up, then your brain will move to your brain frequencies will change from alpha beta. But now also we all go through these all the five different brain waves. And here the first delta one, as I said, when you are sleeping, your brain is in a delta state. When you wake up, then your brain will be at theta level. And when you completely wake up out of your bed and started doing your day-to-day activities, then your brain will go to alpha. And then when you're completely busy with that and you started feeling stress and anxiety, then your brain waves goes to gamma and then theta, okay, beta. So this is how generally happens. But as we have as we have seen right in the past presentation, most of our programming happened when less than 7 years. In what stage? In what frequency? Theta. As I said, every day in our day-to-day life, every day, two times we go through theta level. That's where programming happened, right? So if we can understand when we can program our mind, then at that time we can reprogram our subconscious mind. That theta level, now listen very carefully. This is where your programming starts. Theta level, when your brain is operating at the theta state, then that is where you can directly download the programs into your subconscious mind. That's what happened in our childhood. But now, as we grown up, most of the time we are all operating at the alpha level, gamma level, beta level. But when we go through the theta level means the moment when you wake up from your bed, the moment from your deep sleep when you wake up, it's like a needle. Okay, it's like a needle. Now the needle is at the zero means delta. Slowly when you wake up like that, it will move like this to the complete extreme level. And then what happens by the end of the day, you will be completely operating with dealing with all the day-to-day activities and all. Your brain waves goes from delta to the gamma or beta. Okay, but as the moment when you wake up in the morning, your brain goes through the theta level state. And that moment, if you really started listening to the subliminal tape, nothing but I'll do this meditation, right? Close your eyes and feel that you're a positive person and you are a limitless person. You're a full confident person. You're a very completely, there is no fear at all. You're speaking so confident. I started giving my voice anchoring to you and you started visualizing and started feeling it, right? With my voice you started doing, but there are so many tapes are there, audiobooks are, podcasts are there, where they will guide you with their soft tone and with a light music, which when you listen, that what is subliminal, nothing but when your brain frequency lower to the alpha state, that state is called subliminal. Okay, and then the tapes, the audios which helps you to bring down your frequency of your brain is called subliminal tapes. Okay, that audio is called the tape. If you started listening to such kind of tapes every day, when the moment when you wake up, because that's where your brain operates at the theta level, then whatever you listen will be fed into your mind. And if you feel like your beliefs are wrong and your habits are wrong and you are not able to, suppose most of the time you are feeling very negative in your day-to-day life, then how to overcome negative thinking, there are some tapes will be there, I'll show you at the end of the presentation. And also if you are procrastinating so much, and how to avoid the procrastination also, there kind of some kind of tapes are available. And if you are going through so much of stress, how to reduce stress and anxiety also, there are some subliminal tapes are there. So if you go to YouTube and type that subliminal tapes for reducing anxiety, then you'll get list. And then if you use your earphone the moment when you wake up and listen at least 10-15 minutes in the day, then that voice will bring your brain frequency, already your brain frequency is at that level. Even if you are in the daytime also, if you listen, then if your brain is operating at the higher level, will come to the lower level, and that really helps you. But the effective way, the effectiveness of your brain to download very easily in the morning time, that's a one time. And then as your day goes, you are completely tired and you started going to be gamma level. And then by the evening time, suppose at 8 9, your brain operating at the gamma level, and slowly it will go to beta level and then alpha level. Just the moment when you enter into the bed, then your brain frequency comes again to the theta level. And again, second chance for you to reprogram again, and to reprogram the positive belief system. You got it? Morning when you wake up, just before your sleep, the moment when you wake up from the sleep, Aditya, are you sleeping now? If you want, please turn off, okay, your video, because you are the first person I can see on my screen.
No, sir, I have a problem for the light.
Okay, okay, fine. Then if you want to close, then turn off your video and then close your eyes. Otherwise, I am seeing your face only. Okay. Yeah. So in the night time, the moment when you are about to go to sleep, you are already in the bed, then that time also your brain operates at the theta level. At that time also, by lying in the bed, if you listen to the same tapes, then again it really it really reprograms your subconscious mind. It is one of the best effective technique people, a lot of great successful people use. to change their brain frequencies and to change their brain programming. That's what in my life every day, as I said, when I was changing my life in the morning, I used to use audiobooks, and that audiobooks are very positive audiobooks. I listened every audiobook multiple times, again and again and again and again. And I used this audiobook called Attitude is Everything and Compound Effect, and this book, one more book called The Magic of Thinking Big. These three audiobooks I used to use in the morning time and night time before going to sleep, because that's where I can do these all the both the habits. And literally these two, whatever I learned from Attitude is Everything, whatever I learned from Compound Effect, whatever I learned from this one more book, Magic of Thinking Big, these three helped me to think big and to maintain my consistency to change my attitude. And I can see now so much of positive changes. As I said, I was completely negative person. I don't even believe in myself. When I thought that I want to speak in English, I feel it's a dream for me. I never thought I would speak in English. But from there to here, it's a very big change in my programming, in my subconscious mind. And how did it happen? I used in the morning and evening these tapes, not the subliminal tapes. I used audiobooks. But for you, you can directly use the subliminal tapes. They are different. And if you do that, then definitely your subconscious mind is going to get programmed. And you can have that twice in a day, in the morning or evening. In the daytime also, you can listen. When you sit down, then suppose your brain is operating at the high level, the moment when you listen to such kind of tapes, your brain frequency goes down. So that's the importance of this particular method called hypnosis. And hypnosis are subliminal tapes. Hypnosis is nothing but when you are in the theta level, when your brain is operating at the theta level, that state is called as a hypnosis. All the hypnosists, whenever you go, right, where they will show something and then they'll get you into deep sleep and then they'll keep you into that theta state, and they will completely insert whatever the beliefs you want, they'll insert with this hypnosis process. And you don't have to go any hypnotist or any psychologist to have it. You can use directly these tapes as a self hypnosis. You can hypnotize your own self by listening to it, and you don't have to go anywhere. So this is what, by using this technique, okay, you can do it. And there was a one study conducted on meditators. And as I said, only morning or evening you will have a theta state. But when you do meditation, you can also get that particular state in the daytime also. When you do meditation, your brain will change from other brain frequencies to the theta level frequency. And when your brain is operating at the theta level frequency, then you can download any program whatever you want. You got it? So now whatever the negative programs which were programmed in your mind before less than 7 years, they are all running your life now in lot of ways, that your self-limiting beliefs and all. And if you really wanted to change, you have again God gifted time period in the morning and evening. And also with this technique called subliminal tapes, where you can listen to them like audiobooks, and they will completely change you. I'll show you also how subliminal tapes works in the back end, because now if I play it now, then I'll get a copyright issue. So that's why I'm not playing in the middle. I can't upload this video in the YouTube. Okay, that's why I will show you in the end. And then coming to the third one. Okay, so there are only two ways we can reprogram our subconscious mind. One is by hypnosis. Okay, by one is hypnosis, and second one is habits or repetition. So whatever now currently all the negative habits which you are having, right, they are all comes from the repetition. Every day you use the mobile, that's why you are very good at in using the mobile and social media. Why? Because you repeat the name every day. So whatever you do every day will become that part of your subconscious mind. Initially you will be doing it conscious mind. The more and more and more and more you do it, it becomes subconscious for you. Just like when you are learning tables in your childhood. Okay, and you started learning it again and again and again and again. Now if somebody asks you in the sleep also, you'll be able to tell them without even thinking that. Okay, if somebody asks you what is to table, then you will be saying very easily without any difficulty, because that and all stored in your subconscious mind. How did it happen? You by hearted them, repeated, and with a lot of repetition and practice, whenever you repeat something again and again, it become habit. Okay, that's how your habits are formed now. Whatever the habits which are currently having negative habits, most of the habits are formed in your life because of the repetition. And same thing, when you wanted to have a good habits, then you should follow the same repetition concept for the good habits also. When you repeat certain habit again and again, that becomes your subconscious habit. And that's what I said here. You have to practice your new habit until they become automatic. Initially when you are doing it, it is mostly operating by your conscious mind. But when you do it again and again and again and again and again, then it become conscious, subconscious. But I can tell you one more important thing. Now you are listening to my class. Now you are listening to my class. There is not no change will be in your subconscious mind. Only now you are listening to me with your conscious mind. Whatever I'm going to say is only going to store in your only in your conscious mind. And after that, you really wanted to do, again your subconscious mind is not going to have any of this information in your brain. But when you listen to these things again and again, when you started doing by your subconscious mind every day, whatever the habits which I do, which I tell you to do, then that becomes your subconscious. But by joining to this presentation, you don't think that it is going to change your subconscious mind. It only stores in your conscious mind. And that conscious mind, with that conscious mind, whatever the tools I'm giving to you, if you practice daily, then only you will be getting into the subconscious mind. Why? Because now, as I said, you can only program your subconscious mind by two ways. One is hypnosis. Now you are not in the hypnosis state, you are alpha state or maybe gamma state, because you are listening to me and thinking. And also, you are not repeating these things, you are just listening for the first time all these things, and you are not practicing and implementing it. So with this, you can't program your subconscious mind. Clear? Yeah, conscious mind and subconscious mind. And as I said, a habit is a behavior you practice until it sticks. Generally, first, as I said, whenever you are doing any new task, and when you repeat it, it forms an habit. And when you are doing that habit again and again, that becomes your behavior. Can you get it? What I'm saying? When you're for the first time doing any task with a repetition, that forms an habit. And when you are repeatedly doing that habit again and again, that becomes your behavior. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you should be able to continue it again and again. And you need to practice relentlessly with day in and day out. As I said, I think you might have seen recently, I have posted one video about my life. For 8 consistent months without missing even single day, I practiced whatever I asked you to do, every reading, listening, watching, speaking, and meditation. I did every day. I have a ritual. I don't care about anyone in my life at that point of time. I was in lockdown. It was lockdown time, and I did not talk to my parents. Also, I have my own room, and I kept. We have only two rooms house, and I kept entire my family in one room, and I just started staying in only one room, and I started doing everything from morning 4:30 to night 10:30 by following the ritual whatever I ask you to do. So this is what something which I did every day, and that became a repetition and habit, and then it became my behavior now. I don't feel any difficulty in doing exercises. I don't feel any difficulty in reading the books, and I don't feel any difficulty in speaking, because I practice like a religious practice. Okay, I did like a yagna, and that's why my subconscious mind was completely programmed. And now that's why I said my conscious mind and subconscious mind most of the time work together to get what I want in my life. Okay, so this is also one important thing which I told. And now whatever we have learned so far, as I said, two ways. And then there was a one more very recent studies, like as we have a lot of new advancements in the technology and science and medicine, hospital related things, and there are a lot of neuropsychologists and neuroscientists started doing a lot of research about different things, and found out very important. As I said, it will take so many years and time to get certain things in beliefs into your brain, subconscious mind. But there is a one important method, the most important method, which can change the person within a matter of minutes only, the belief systems. But that only can be performed by the practitioners and the people who are all get trained. But I started doing it recently, and I understood little bit, but I will tell you how to do it. Then you can practice it, and it becomes really very useful. Because as I said, to have a brain changes, it will take some months and weeks. But by doing this one practice, people have found out how we can get it in a shortcut. A lot of times people will ask for shortcuts, right? Okay, how can we get only by only long way, can't we get in a shortcut way? So this is one thing which is going to be shortcut for you, but it has to be done in a certain way, and we'll do that practice now. So let me start that. What is the technique called Psych-K? Okay, Psych-K. So psych, nothing but psychology. K, nothing but kinos is something is there. But what is that meaning is like the physical movements of your body. And this is something, it really helps you to reprogram your mind. It's a one exercise, and we'll do now. And this is something really useful for us if we really wanted to change some negative behavior in us, anything it could be. We can do it in the matter of 1 or 2 sessions only. And I'll just give you glimpse how it look like and how we can program our life by using this technique. And based on that, you practice every day, keeping this in your life, and then it will really change you. Okay, for that we will have 5 steps to follow, and first 2 steps only you'll be seeing. And after that third step, you will be closing your eyes, and then I'll you just listen to my voice. I think when you do meditation, you listen to my voice, right? In the same way, I'll be guiding you into some way. So the first one is identify a limiting belief. Open your notes and write this one first step, that what exactly you really wanted to change as a belief system. I'll give you example what comes under limiting belief system. So what's one belief you deeply hold that is holding you back? Like what you feel like holding you back? Some kind of examples I've added here. One is I'm not good at English. A lot of people say that my English is not good. My English is not good. I'm not good communicator. Something like that. And some people will say that I don't get a job because of my skills, lack of skills. And then some people will always say that I'm always anxious while speaking English. I'll get fear while speaking English. So these kind of basic things which I added, but you can add any other beliefs which you feel like which are not helping you. Suppose you may say that I'm not a healthy person, I'm not a positive person, some negative things about you. Okay, whatever the negative, I'm not rich, I don't have skills, something like that. Whatever you say to yourself in a negative way, and that is going to have impact on you, so that we call it as a negative belief system. And select any one thing in your now for present. Okay, anything, either I think most of the people are coming here for communication skills. Maybe you don't have a confidence or you don't have a fluency in English, anything it could be. Just keep one thing in your mind, maybe confidence. Okay, and then this is the first step. Write down one thing in your life, what is holding you back. Have you written in your notes? Clearly write it down. Show me thumbs up if you have done it. Okay, just thumbs up, don't unmute. Write it down. Okay, it's a practice. As you all said that you really wanted to change your life, right? Without doing anything you can't change. Okay, you should do something, then only your life will change. Otherwise, simply by just listening, nothing will change. Okay, yeah. So write one thing which is your limiting belief. Maybe you're not consistent. That could be one thing. You're always saying that I'm not consistent, and I'm very heavy personality, or I always think negative, and I don't look good. I'm not attractive. Something, anything, whatever you feel negative for you. What's that one limiting belief which is holding you back? I hope you have written now. And then next, move to the second step. Flip that into positive belief. Okay, now whatever you have written, right? So now just say it to, I'm a confident. Previously you said you are not good at in English, but now you can say it in a positive way. Just change that negative to positive statement. I'm a confident English speaker. Okay, I'm a confident English speaker, or any other thing like I deserve success, or I'll get a job. I get a job. And it would be even more powerful if you write in a present tense or present continuous tense. Okay, as if you already have it. Okay, I feel calm and confident in every conversation or while I'm speaking in English. So these things, anything you can write your own personal other limiting beliefs in a negative way to positive way. So this is a positive slide, a positive side of your negative statement, your negative belief to positive belief. And if you have done it, then we'll move to the next slide. That's where the real magic happens. Okay, done. Okay, great then. Let's, before starting our practice, let me give you some clarity. In the past presentations, I've explained your left hemisphere brain and right hemisphere brain, and your left hemisphere brain controls your right side of the body. Okay, your left brain controls your right side of the body. Your right brain controls your left side of the body. That's the one thing you know basically. And as I also mentioned that your left brain is responsible for logical thinking. If I give any question, you started thinking logically, right? How it is and all. You start. If I give any program, you create the logic out of it, right? So that and all comes by your that all the functionality taken care by your left side brain. And analytical thinking also, you do analysis and all. Like if I give analytical thinking, nothing but I asked you something, how many members are there? Now 98 members are there. And how many males are there and how many females are in this class? And how many people are from different states? You do all the analysis, right? That is comes under analytical thinking. That your that part of sorry that particular functionality or work taken care by your left side of the brain. And linear thinking, thinking in certain direction in a straight way, and verbal, whatever I'm speaking, right? It's completely the speech generates by your Broca's area left side, which is there, and that and all will be in the which is resides in your left side. And factual, whatever the facts you remember and understand, right? That and all. And sequential, whatever the sequences you remember. So these things and all taken care by your left side brain. And your right side brain is creative, whatever the creative work which you do, when I ask you to write the story by understanding the picture, whenever I show you picture and all, then at that time your right side brain works. And intuition, nothing but your sixth sense, whatever you feel inside that okay, something is going to happen bad, something is going to happen negative or good, something. Um, Maybe when you watch my English therapy videos, then you felt like your intuition, sixth sense said that this is the right platform for you. You join in this class like that. So that and all intuition related. Artistic, a lot of people draw different things and sing and do certain things, right? That comes under. And non-verbal, whatever like whatever I'm using, body language and vocal varieties and whatever you speak, what I'm speaking now, you are listening to, right? And understanding and processing that information which happens by Varnikas and which is there in your right side of the brain. And our emotional brain, okay, whatever we get emotions, right? All the emotions are processed by your right side of your brain. And your imaginations, as I said, creativity, imagination, all taken care by your right hand. So left hemisphere, right hemisphere, both the brain is divided into two parts, two sides. And left side have some functionalities and right side have some functionalities. These two brains are having a connection, okay, the bridge. They are all two different places and having one bridge. That bridge is called as a corpus callosum. Don't worry about it, it's not having any importance now. But most of the time, sometimes only our brain, okay, suppose I'm doing something now, what I'm doing, I'm speaking now. So mostly I'm relying on my left side of the brain, and you're all listening now. What is happening? Your right side of the brain is working. So most of the time, at a certain point of time, only one brain works. In a general conditions, in a normal conditions, only one side of the brain is more active, more predominant than the other side of. So this is what you understood right now, what is left brain and what is right brain. And as I said, only certain time, at certain given time, only one side of the brain is little bit active and works, and remaining brain is something not that much active at that point of time. Again, after some time, this works and this will be just dim. And as I said, emotional and logical, these two process in a different brain areas, and there will be very less connection among themselves. So this Psych-K, the scientists, the researchers of neuroscientists, what they did was they identified one process to create the connection among these two brains. How we can activate both the brains at a time so that you will reach to the super conscious level. Super conscious level, nothing but where you can learn everything like a, like a like mystic, okay. You look like a some kind of magical kid, that where you can learn something very easily without any difficulty. Why? Because your two brains are operating at the same level by having a good connection. And that process they developed was the whole brain, okay, the whole brain posture. So when you sit in certain way, I'll show you the posture how you can sit, so that your both brain parts will be aligned together and will work at a time. So this particular practice, Psyche have a lot of different practices, but this is one among the one particular practice. By using this, you can reach the super conscious level state where you can easily learn anything and you can easily reprogram your mind within a matter of minutes only, not even hours or years and all. If you really have some negative belief in you, and if you wanted to change, what scientists have done it, they have tested it. Actually, there is a one test called uh, okay, it's like an energy based test. What they did was they asked the participants to come onto the stage. And what they did was, generally your subconscious mind is more powerful, as I said. And then what they did was they asked to just keep their hand like this state. Okay, just ask them to keep the state. And then they asked like, you just resist my force, whatever I'm going to push it down, you just have to resist my force, whatever I'm going to apply. And what these people said, suppose I am the one who is conducting this test to you, and I asked you to, if it is an offline class, I would have shown you that demonstration now itself, but just visualize that. And I have called one person to here. I asked Naresh to come here, and I asked him to stand besides me, and I asked him to just hold his hand like this. And now I told him, whenever I apply the force on his hand, you just hold it. Don't move your hand to down. That's the thing which I told him. And then I told him that you should hold and by using your all the force, and he's putting his force to just resist my force, okay. And while doing it, I told him, your name is Naresh, okay. And obviously his name is Naresh, and his name is Naresh is stored in his subconscious mind, because every time everybody calls him, and that's what is stored in his mind. And when I say positive thing about him, that your name is Naresh, then he withstanded his hand, and his hand did not move down. But when I started saying you are Naresh, and then suddenly I said you are a Rakesh. Okay, suddenly I said that you are not Naresh and you are a Rakesh. then subconscious mind thinks it's an error because he's not Rakesh, he's a Naresh. And the moment when the subconscious mind feels it's not true, then his hand went, moved down. Okay, his hand moved down. Why? Because his subconscious mind is now powerless because whatever I said was wrong. So in the same way, when I said that, like a lot of people that I love myself, we can test this whether you really love yourself or not. Some people will say that I'm a confident. We can really say that because your subconscious mind, if it is not believing what statement you made, then automatically it will go down. So that was a test which was developed and it was proven by hundreds of thousands of people. Like we can see that, oh, I'm very powerful. I'll hold this power. I will be very conscious and all, but your subconscious mind is even more powerful when it comes to having the negative sentence about you. And even though you will say that outside I'm a positive thinker, I'm a optimistic and consistent, whatever it is, but whether it is really stored in your subconscious mind or not, we can test by this one test. Okay, and that was a test which was conducted. And this is the one way people have tested before and after this practice. Okay, you got it. We should know, right, whether our subconscious mind registered this new belief or not. They tested before this, doing this whatever I'm going to practice now. They tested before and after that, then they see the changes. And then nowadays, because of new technology and all, they have also scanned the brain and they found that there is a meaningful changes in the brain, a neurons connection also. There was new neurons connections formed within just 15-20 minutes of this practice, one session. And that's how powerful it is, this test. When it happens, when we sit in certain way, when we keep our body in certain way, then only this super level activates. Obviously, when I ask you to do meditation, what you'll do, cross your legs and you keep your hands and then you close your eyes, you do certain, right? uh, in the same way, this whole brain process, and there is a poster is there, and I'll show you. And I would recommend you now sit in the same way. Okay, and sit down in your chair or any table or all. Don't sit on the floor. If you sit on the floor, then it may be difficult for you to put or to have this posture. So the posture is, this is the whole brain posture. Okay, keep your left leg, okay, keep your left leg on top of your right leg, on your ankles. Okay, at your ankles, you can see the image. At your ankle level, keep your, guys, some of the people are not doing, do it. Okay, now you should close your eyes and then we'll start the experiment. Okay, not experiment, the way to reprogram your subconscious mind. Okay, and then your right hand, keep it in a left hand like this, hold it and then keep it on your chest. Okay, you just keep your right hand like this and then keep it on your chest. Okay, just twist it, twist your both hands and keep it on your chest and close your eyes. And now don't open your eyes till I ask you to. And this one session, this particular practice, if you learn and do it every day in your different aspects, then you can change your subconscious mind program, and then you can see the changes in your life. Okay, everybody, please sit in this brain, whole brain posture, and keep your left ankle on top of your right ankle, and then just twist your right hand with the left hand by keeping your one finger in the middle and all, like that, the alignment, one finger and between right finger, left finger, right finger, left finger, that zigzag related thing, you just keep it and place it on your chest, just below your chin, and close your eyes and recall that one limiting belief you have written in your notes. I'm not good communicator, something, whatever you have written, right? And now visualize that as a positive. I'm a good communicator. I'm a confident speaker. Or maybe I'm a consistent person. Anything, one thing you just keep. Don't keep any 100 things. Keep only one thing, whatever you have written in your notes. Now visualize it. Visualize in a way that you already achieved it. I'm a good communicator. When I became a good communicator, I can see I started speaking in front of hundreds of people that I'm visualizing now. In front of me, there are hundreds of people are there. I'm speaking in English in front of them. You see that visuals in your mind. All your five senses should be engaged. Okay, first sense is your eyes. You should be able to see that all the visuals in your mind. And second sense, your ears. You started listening to all the claps, the sounds, and the cheerings and applauding. People are all getting crazy by listening to you, your words while you're speaking and communicating. Just get the smell of that auditorium. Maybe whatever the smell you can get it, maybe perfumes or something smell. You engage your nose, the smell. Just feel that sensations in your body that your skin is also getting activated by feeling so much excited. Your skin also started sensing something. Just get any taste, whatever you can recall during that situation. And now, practically in that situation, all your senses were engaged, and now you are in that play and you are visualizing yourself by changing by that limiting belief to now positive new belief. The positive new belief is anything, it could be whatever you have taken and noted down in your notes, negative thing. Now it became positive, and you started seeing that positive belief system in your life in real time. With you're seeing the visuals, you are getting the sounds, you're feeling that, you are hearing the sounds, you're sensing it with your skin. Visualize in detail whatever you want. While doing it, take a deep breath and exhale. With this posture, your both the brains will get activated. Your logical brain get activated, your emotional brain get activated. And with this state, whatever you keep in your brain, that is directly downloaded into your subconscious mind. If you do it daily for some time, this practice on any particular thing, suppose you are not healthy but you want to be healthy, you, everything taken care by your mind and the brain only. Remember, there is no doctor, there is nothing in the universe better than your brain. But only the problem with us is we don't know how to handle this sophisticated tool called our mind. And nobody told us, nobody trained us how to use our mind and brain to achieve anything in our life. That's why we don't know the power of our own brain and the mind. Now, without opening your eyes, just uncross your hands and legs. Just keep it normal. Both hands and legs, don't open your eyes. Just sit normal way and take a deep breath. Don't open your eyes. Take a deep breath and exhale. Do it consciously. Do it one more time. Take a deep breath and exhale. And now place your right hand on your heart. Place your right hand on your heart and say to yourself loudly that mentally that statement, whatever you have made, positive statement. I am a good communicator. I am a good communicator. I am very confident. I am very confident. I am very confident. Say it loud to yourself by placing your hand at your heart and say this one sentence to yourself. This belief, whatever the sentence you made, right? This belief is now my reality. It's not visualization, it's my reality. My subconscious mind accepts it. You kept your hand on your heart, and now you say this one statement to yourself loudly that this belief is now my reality. This belief is now my reality. My subconscious mind accepts it. And this new subconscious belief will now serve you whenever you feel low confident. Actually, now onwards, your subconscious mind will never doubt you whenever you are feeling low confident. It always say that you are a confident person. And whenever you feel have any doubts about your communication skills, your subconscious mind, where that all the doubts are coming from? Your subconscious mind only. But now you are rewriting the program which was stored in your subconscious mind by this practice called Psych-K, by sitting in a whole brain posture. Whenever you sit in a whole brain posture, both brains get connected to each other and get activated and will rewrite the program which was stored in your subconscious mind. With this practice, you can change any of your negative belief systems, whatever which is holding you back from achieving your greatest success, whatever you have, and slowly open your eyes. So it's a practice, and you have to do it for almost 10 minutes. And whatever you feel like a negative belief system which is holding you back, and this I have not practiced in my life, but when I'm doing research, it came recently, and a lot of neuropsychologists and psychologists and neuroscientists started implementing this, because now they are checking the brain, how brain is operating when you are sitting in this posture, when you are keeping your hands like this and when you are keeping like that. They started scanning the brain waves, and they are understanding that your brain is activating, like both the brains are getting activated, because you are just, as I said, your left side of the brain is controlled by your right side of the body, and something like that I said, right? Now you're trying to just put your hands together and close your legs crossed and hands crossed. Then with that posture, they started activating your both the side of the brains. And with this, it started making you become a super conscious. When you are at this state, whatever you say the statements and visualize them and feel them, and with all your, by engaging all your senses, then you can literally change your subconscious mind belief. And this was proven and tested in a lot of areas. People have tested this before and after. Actually, now if you are in real time, I would have done it in a real time, and I would have checked with your, moving your hand down and up. But it's proven. Okay, it's not like something which I'm telling to you, but it was there, by the scientists were given and proven, and published a lot of articles also on this particular concept. So by doing these all the things, one is, first one I said about being mindful about what you are doing in your day-to-day life, and second one is about by applying, by using subliminal tapes, or by getting into hypnotic state, you can reprogram your subconscious mind. And third one is by doing repetition, by converting that whatever you want to do as a hobby, and converting it as a habit and doing every day till it become a behavior. With that, you can reprogram your subconscious mind. And this is the powerful method which is Psych-K. It has a lot of variations. Okay, so there are different variations. Like, I'll tell you one more variation. Generally, when you go to some therapist, they will take you to the body talk. You can talk to your body. Suppose you're having a knee pain, you're having a knee pain, and they will ask you to talk to your knee, so that the injured knee will become, that whatever the pain which you're having in your back or knee can be easily relieved by the body talk. You can talk to any body parts and relieve the pain from your body. So that kind of energy related techniques are there. So many number of techniques are there, but this is one technique. Psyche is a most powerful advanced technique which was recently developed by Bob William, one person, and was implemented and practiced by Bruce Lipton, one more scientist. These two people have conducted n number of webinars and n number of trial and errors on the people and experiments, and then they have significantly shown the magical kind of changes in the people's brains after doing this particular technique and exercise. And for you also, if you really wanted to change any aspect of you in your life, then apply this particular technique to change any limiting belief system which you have in you, which is not serving you, any negative habit or negative behavior, negative attitude in you. If you really wanted to change you, you can apply this technique. But remember, one more important thing is, you are trying to change a lifelong patterns, whatever you have accumulated from your childhood to till now. For that, the change may not occur overnight. The change may not occur whatever you wanted to change in your life. For that, what you need patience. And with the patience only, you can get and reprogram your subconscious mind. I am the proof. You don't have to just worry about anything. I've just shown you my goals list and whatever I achieved by doing what I told you. And if you do the same thing, then definitely nobody will stop you. But what you guys are doing is most of the time you're consuming the negative content, all the negative memes and negative reels, and tagging yourself. Maybe somebody else is tagging you, and you're constantly reprogramming your mind again and again, your subconscious mind. And complete all your subconscious mind was programmed by negative programs. And now you are expecting to be successful, consistent, healthy, and happy. How it happens? It will never happen. You may try with your conscious mind, but you will eventually fail after some time, and then you will go back to where you have started. And this is what happens with everyone. That's why when it comes to me, I'm very particular about consuming the content in social media. 1 minute. And I always watch a close look on what I'm consuming, what I'm eating, what I'm taking, how much time I'm sleeping, and I'm completely aware of myself. And I always go to my settings and see how much time I've used mobile today, how much time I wasted today, how much time I've productively used. So these are all the techniques which I started following in my life, and I could see a lot of changes in me. And that's why you see me every time very happy and energetic and healthy, and you never see me falling sick. Why? Because that's how I trained my subconscious mind. That's how I trained my subconscious mind to be healthy every time. And as I said, your mind is everything. When you take the tablet also has to be processed by your mind only. Then, if your mind is working, then only your tablet will have impact on you. Otherwise, nothing happens. So, this much powerful your brain and mind is. And if you start knowing how to use it by reprogramming your subconscious mind, you can absolutely achieve anything. And imagine how your life would be. Whatever you really wanted to do is doing by your subconscious mind and helping your subconscious mind in doing in your life. Then your life will never be the same again. But it's not that much easy to change overnight by listening to my presentation. As I said, nothing is registering your subconscious mind now. Maybe that practice whatever we did maybe have some 10% of impact on your subconscious mind beliefs. But all the other things whatever I mentioned has to be practiced. With practice only you can see the visible changes. But do it, definitely your life will change. And you might be good at in some areas, but you are not good at in certain areas. Suppose you are good at in doing hard work, but you're not getting enough money. So if you feel like you're not getting enough money, then you can attract your money by you doing such things. I'll show you now. 1 minute.